Few things in life is better for your happiness than a proper South African Peppermint Crisp Tart. Layers of caramel mousse, crisp coconut biscuits, and shards of mint chocolate, softening overnight into something you could call a South African version of tiramisu. It's an easy dessert your granny or mum would throw together on a Saturday night, ready for Sunday lunch. And we keep it easy, but we make the biscuits ourselves, because not all of us are lucky enough to live in South Africa. Plus there's a tiny step in the cream most people get wrong, which leads to tears of sorrow instead of tears of joy. But before we get there, let's start with the biscuits. These are called tennis biscuits, our beloved South African coconut shortbread of sorts. Cookie, I suppose. If making biscuits is not your thing today, no need to cry. Store-bought works just fine. Get tennis biscuits from a South African shop online, or Nice Biscuits in the UK, Australia and New Zealand. And in the US, graham crackers will do the job. But for the real deal, we start with 40 grams or half a cup of desiccated coconut. Into a spice or coffee grinder it goes, for 5 or 6 short pulses, just until the oil starts to release and it suddenly smells undeniably of coconut. If you don't have a blender or grinder, a pestle and mortar and a minute of light work will do too. Don't take it too far though. We want fragrant coconut, not an oily coconut paste. Into a bowl through a fine sieve goes 240 grams or 2 cups of plain flour, 50 grams or a third of a cup of powdered sugar, and 8 grams or 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, making sure we don't let any nasty bits through. Next in 3 grams or half a teaspoon of salt and our blended coconut. Give it a light mix before we chat butter, 113 grams or a stick of unsalted butter. Left out at room temperature for about 10 minutes, so it's pliable but not soft. Rub it into the flour swiftly until you have a sandy texture. Warm hands and slow work will melt the butter, which is not what we're after, as melted butter makes nasty biscuits, so be quick and cold about it. In a separate bowl, beat together 80 grams or 4 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk and 1 large egg. Add it into the dry mix and bring it together into a smooth paste. It'll be a touch sticky at first, then come together nicely into a smooth, soft dough. Wrap it up in some Greta wrap, pressed flat so it chills evenly, and into the fridge for about 30 minutes to snoozy. While it's chilling, prepare 2 sheets of parchment paper. And once chilled, roll the dough out between the sheets to about 3 to 4 millimeters or about 1/8 of an inch thick. Thinner is of course better. This is a very soft, gentle dough, so work with tender love and care. If it goes slack and warm on you, into the freezer for a few minutes. Then carry on. Whatever you do, we don't want the butter melting. Cut it into 8 cm or 3-inch squares, or however big makes you happy. Then dock them all over with a fork, as evenly as possible. Then into the freezer for about 30 minutes or until they're hard enough to handle, without bending. You'll get about 20 biscuits from this, so either be ready to bake these in batches or prepare more trays. Heat your oven to 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit, and line your trays with parchment, working quickly while the pastry is hard. Keep the odd ends and keep them for pressing together to bake more cookies. Lay the squares out with room to breathe onto your trays. Trim and tidy if you feel they are not perfect enough, but homemade is the look we're after, so don't faff about it too much. Bake for 10 minutes, rotate the tray, then 6 to 8 minutes more until golden brown. Color is flavor, but keep a close eye. The condensed milk, sugar, egg and coconut in these brown extremely quickly, so swap, rotate or pull the fast ones early. Once you're happy with their appearance, and they are happy with yours, cool them completely on a wire rack while we move to the cream. If it's a warm day, cool them in the fridge. Warm biscuits in cold cream leads to a messy end, and regrettably not the good kind. We use a very unique little chocolate bar called Peppermint Crisp. I've only ever seen in South Africa. Outside South Africa, Aero Mint is your friend in the UK, Australia and New Zealand. And in the US, finely chopped Andes mints will do the job. Whichever you choose, freeze it first. Cold chocolate chops into crisp little pieces. instead of slowly melting while you handle it. Chop it fine, no big chunks, and set it aside for now, preferably in the fridge if it's hot. Meanwhile, you whip 500 grams or 2 cups of whipping or double cream to stiff peaks. And of course, to make it vegan, you use chicken cream instead. Into a separate bowl goes 385 grams or 1 14-ounce tin of caramel treat, caramelized condensed milk, also called dulce de leche. You can make your own by boiling an unopened tin of condensed milk for 3 hours, fully submerged the whole time, no exceptions, then chilling it overnight once done. But the tin from the shop is right here for our convenience, and today is an easy day for our full enjoyment. Add 6 grams or a teaspoon of salt to the caramel and smooth it out. Now the step that trips up even seasoned cooks. Add a small bit of cream to the caramel first, and work it in fully to incorporate it. Do not dump all the cream in at once. The caramel is heavy, the cream is mostly air, and forcing them together in one go will leave you with overworked cream and streaky, unmixed caramel. Even incorporation is what makes this set properly. Most problems are easier avoided than dealing with them later. Fold the cream in bit by bit, swiftly yet carefully, until you have a fluffy caramel mousse. Finally, you add 100 grams or about 2/3 of the chopped chocolate, folding it in as gently as possible. Grab a dish that holds about 1.5 liters or 1.5 quarts. Start with a layer of mousse. Onto that, add a few biscuits or cookies, however you want to call them. If your cookies are too thick or you prefer a more homogeneous dessert rather than layered, then crush up the biscuits very roughly and sprinkle a layer rather than layer a layer. Repeat the layering using whichever method you choose. 3 to 4 layers ending on mousse, until you reach the top of your calorie mountain. Then generously and without shame, cover the top with the rest of your chopped chocolate, if you didn't eat half of it. Place this masterpiece into the fridge for at least 6 hours, but overnight is best. The biscuits will soften slightly, but you still retain a slight bit of texture, which is exactly what we want, making it highly convenient for you and whoever you share this with to go live a happy life.